Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. I'm very glad that you're here with me for this episode tonight. It's kind of a hodgepodge, I guess, talking about stuff. I like to talk about the hobby, share my knowledge when I can. Now, I'm going to show off some stuff. Excuse me. There's going to be some glare. It's just the way it is. I know you guys are not here for the technical aspect of my videos because there isn't one. But, I enjoy talking, and evidently some people enjoy listening. So, there's a couple thoughts I wanted to share. A couple of things in the mail. I haven't been getting that much mail because, as I've mentioned before, I'm trying to be more quality oriented, not necessarily high-end stuff, but versus a bunch of lower-end stuff, which is fine because I've done that. I'm not disparaging that at all. I've done that plenty. But it just means less and less mail. So, not that anyone should be getting mail just to make videos. That's not what I'm saying. But earlier this month, and again, I'm not saying this for praise or attention or anything, but earlier this month, I celebrated a significant birthday. Won't say what it is. You'll be able to figure it out in a minute if you do your homework. But some of you already know, and I appreciate that. But I learned on that day that I share the same release date with a rather famous album, which is something I did not know. So of course I had to go to eBay and pick one up. Found one, and the seller was actually on Staten Island, so it was shipped in this I Love New York bag, inside of a box, obviously. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think they make those anymore. Well, here it is. I had opened it yesterday, the day before yesterday, so I had seen it already. But it is the Doors LA Woman album, and you can see it's got die cut corners. And something I only realized recently when inspecting it. But this part you can see on ads and stuff. But you see it's almost, it's an acetate. It's you can see it. You can see my hand through it. So the yellow of the inner sleeve lights up the background of the band. And this is I believe it's the first printing, or one of the very first printings, because it has a crucifix on the inner sleeve, which it's got the date on the bottom. Copyright Electra Records, Columbus Circle, New York City, etc., etc. But I don't know how quickly they did it, but they eliminated this photo and just double-sided yellow inner sleeve with no words on it or anything. But you can see when it's inside. Trying to do this left-handed is not a good idea, but you can see in the background there. So I just thought that was cool. It's something that is literally the same age as I am, all these years later. And, very famous album. I mean, if you're in the rock and roll, obviously LA Woman, Riders on the Storm, she loves Love Her Madly is on there. So yeah, very happy to add this to the collection. And if the world ever, it does open up again and I'm out and about and I hit up a record store, it gives me something to look forward to, keep an eye out for, like the original with the crucifix sleeve, and obviously a cheaper, the cheaper the better. You probably, I don't know vinyl prices, but having the rounded corners, and this is actually like a slide. Like those of you who've been around a while remember photograph slides. You looked up into the light or projection on the big screen, stuff like that. So very happy to have that in the collection. And that would have been a little more difficult to show off the traditional when I have the camera the other way in my regular setup. So I figured I'd go ahead and film it this way. And I did get a piece of mail in from a friend that he said he texted me. He said, I put something in the mail for you. It's safe to open on camera. It's a couple of cards in here at least. I don't want to put his address on the front, but I'm gonna open that in a minute. Excuse me. Allergy season, So the main thing I wanted to talk about is, and I've been doing a lot of talking privately with friends about it, and under the premise of sharing knowledge and trying to help the community grow, figured I'd talk about it tonight. And that is the new, well, not so new, but we know PSA is closed. They're saying they'll be open on July 1st. I totally do not believe that. I'm guessing the fall or later, if I had to guess, for the lower tier stuff. I mean, obviously they're still open for express and the high-end stuff that, we don't really, in our community here, this end of the pool, we don't really deal with that too much. So it got me thinking, and a couple things, not totally related, but collecting. No one watching this who's been collecting for any amount of time has not suffered from FOMO. FOMO, what is FOMO? FOMO is fear of missing out. Whether it be the next, hottest prospect or newest release product, whatever it may be, at one time or another, everybody has suffered from FOMO. If you're going to sit there and tell me, no, Eric, I never have, then either you're fibbing, or you've just not been collecting long enough. There's nothing wrong with that. So, I picked up a card that hasn't come in the mail yet, so I'm not going to talk about it, not to jinx it. But it is a sapphire card, I'll say that. And it is a PSA 9. Because I've started to notice now, and again, I've for a long while, well, I guess definition long while is subjective, but for a while I was not really even looking at slabs that much. With Project 2020 last year, I spent more on non-slabs than I did on slabs, which is fine as a whole. And now I'm, with the last flagship / chrome thing I've been working on for the last few weeks, still doing that. I mean, it's very bare. There's not much out there from what I'm looking for, or what is out there is just unreasonably priced. So I put it on the watch list and hope that the seller sends me an offer with a counter offer feature so I can try to get a good price on something. And every once in a while it'll happen, but for the most part, no. But I had shown the bonds off, the 2006 Topps Chrome BGS 8 refractor bonds that came in, and you just get the feel of the slab in your hands. And again, I get it. There's a whole aspect of the community that wants nothing to do with slabs. Totally fine. When I say there's no wrong way to collect, I absolutely mean it. But for me, I just like slabs. I just do. I have for 16 years, so I'm not expecting myself to quit cold turkey, but this ramble is going somewhere, I promise. I did, again, open auctions, set your snipe, hope you win. You don't win, you hunt on. No big deal. So with me, with my mindset, when I'm looking at slabs, obviously I'm not looking at gem mints. That just does, my wallet just is not there for gem mints. I would rather buy a non-gem mint to have more hobby funds to collect other cards that I would like to own. Is that the best strategy as far as investments go? No, it's not. But it is lower risk as well, in case something happens to the subject on the card, or whole myriad of things that could happen. Anyway, I'm finding that now that I'm getting back into not only the higher, not high, the slabs again, and the not so run-of-the-mill cards, like the refractors, the color parallel, stuff like that. I'm finding that my old mindset is not conducive for the current situation that is going on in the hobby with slabs. Now, what does that mean? Well, PSAs raised their prices and totally shut off everything low end. So they're not even taking that. It's closed. SGC responded by tripling their price for the low end stuff to $75 a card. I couldn't even tell you what Beckett and CSG. I know CSG just recently said they're swamped now, so they're going to be raising prices after April 28th or something. I don't remember. But again, I'm not really interested in submitting cards myself. I'd rather have someone else do the work, and then I buy their fails. A lot of people, and again, the last 16 months, the last 12, 14, 16, 14 months, that attitude has changed. Like, Fine 9 has had more respect now than it ever has in the hobby. And for some cards, I'm even priced out of PSA 9s. Like, I've been looking at Kobe rookies and 7s and 6s. Because 8s, even 8, 9s, or forget about it, 8s are more than I'm comfortable spending on cards. So I've been trying to pick up 6s and 7s, and I've even been failing at that. Occasionally, here and there, but overall, swing and a miss with the snipers, the snipes. So this actually came in today, so it'll be a good example. This is again, I apologize for the glare, but this is a 2013 Topps Chrome X-Fractor Jeter. It's all right. I mean, I never. A lot of people love X Factors. I've never, I guess, love-hate relationship, not necessarily, but I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but I think it's like everything else, it's about price, really. It's not numbered. Some of them are numbered, like the update, the Topps Chrome updates are numbered, but these are not numbered. It's shiny. So I set a snipe, and and this will be the perfect example. I was the winning bidder for $26. It's a PSA 9. This is not perfect. It's a mint 9. It is shiny, if you can get the right angle. Anyway, to buy this card raw and have it done myself, let's be honest here, even on the slow boat to get it done, once PSA opens up, even let's say they open up in the fall, in October they open up, and I submitted through a group submitter like JT, Triple Crown 24, who's a great friend of mine. He does group submissions when PSA is actually open. So, I'm going to spitball numbers here. I don't know the actual total, but let's just use round numbers for math simplicity. $20, all right? Let's say PSA says, you know what? Rock bottom is going to be $20 a card. And again, that might not even be that low, or it might be somewhere in there. Again, $20. PSA says $20, 100 card minimum. So I'm not going to spend $2,000 to grade 100 cards. That's just not me. But I know that a group submitter does. So I take the card, I buy the card. All right, so first I got to buy the card, right? So you know how it goes buying raw on eBay. Landmines, minefield. You never know what you're gonna get. A lot of people like, why would anyone? Does this look great? It looked like a gem mint 10. Why would someone sell this raw? Oh, I hate raw. I hate graded cards. I don't sell graded. Okay, fine. So let's say you're looking for this card in your collection in graded form, and you find one, like there's a couple popular eBay sellers that sell raw only. Whole different topic. But let's say you find one that you like, and $15, you smash that, buy it now. You hope they send it, but they do. So you get it in the mail. You pay $15. The shipping is free. You have to pay tax. So that's that's another $1.40. So you're almost $70. You're $16.50. Get it? Great. Looks good. Comes in the mail finally, because how slow the mail is. You get the loop out. You look it over. Looks good. I'm love a gem mint 10, but 9s are fine for me. So you take it, you package it up, you mail it off to the consignor, to the group sub. That's not free. You do it the old school way. You take it to the post office like I do, and you mail it off in a bubble mailer, well protected. $3, $3.50, probably even $4. But we're gonna keep this simple. You say $3.50. So now you're into this card for $20. It's mailed off to the group submission. Group submission guy looks it over, looks good. Could be an 8. I think it's a solid 9. Shot at a 10. It was a 7. They pissed me off. But all right. So now you're into it for $20. It's mailed off in October. This, let's say realistically, November, December, January, February, somewhere around February, maybe spring training, you get it back. Comes back at 9. Oh, you got to get it mailed back to you, so that's another couple bucks. So another $4. So now you're $24. You get it back. You got a 9. Boom. I wanted a 9. Screw you with those back pages. I paid $24 for mine. Well, I paid 26 in shipping and tax, so probably about 30 bucks altogether. But I didn't have to wait 4 or 5 months for it. I didn't have to buy it raw, hoping it came in nice, not all scratched up that you can't see in pictures on the internet. And at the end of the day, I have the slab I wanted. Now, when I said that old mindset, pre-pandemic mindset, collecting fine nines, and current, I have to account for that price increase, because who knows if it's going to be $20. You know, PSA is doing so well, it could come back and they could open up, well, you know, bargain basement price, $30 a slab. Oh, you know, everyone's going to bitch and moan, complain as they're filling out their forms. That's how it is. That's how the world works. People bitch and moan, and then because prices don't go down. Let's be realistic. Prices don't go down on stuff. That's just not how the world works. So I've been trying to adjust to that situation, that the current environment in the slabs. And it's not easy, so I have to snipe more than I would generally snipe. And I'm doing a lot of losing, and that's fine, because it's always about the hunt. So I've been doing a lot of losing, doing some winning. I did pick up a couple. You know, as I mentioned, that one Sapphire card is on the way in. So I will definitely be showing you guys that the next episode. But I was able to win a couple of, and again, I apologize for the glare. This is a 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire Leo Messi. Card number 1 of the first set they ever made. That's his base card in a fine 9. Again, the glare sucks. You really, I mean, the blue is very strong on this. You really need, in person, it looks a lot better than it's showing up on camera. And I also won this is the SP photo variation with the alternate kit. This is the home kit uniform, and then this is the away kit in yellow. And again, these are just beautiful cards. I mean, and this is also a 9, and they're just beautiful cards. And what I did notice is, you know, doing a little bit of research before buying these, that as of this recording, I think these are as low as these have ever been in price. You know, even in 9s, they shot up over the summer, they came down. That's a healthy market. A healthy market goes up, down, back up again, grows a little more. Nothing goes like this. Or nothing goes straight up and to the right. It's going to do this. It could do this. But most likely it does this, down a little, rebounds. Well, you know, wash, rinse, repeat. That's how it goes. But you know, I just was looking at these. I had this out for some. I was showing a couple of friends something else, and I had this out. This I've shown before. This is a cracked ice, which is essentially Panini's Atomic, which Sapphire is pretty much Atomic. But not numbered. This is just a beautiful. I mean, the red works so well with this card. This is just a stunner with the etching. And again, I wish, you know, Topps Chrome doesn't do etching. You know, if there is a national this year, that will be my number one question, as it has been for the last 5 years. Where's the etching? Because this Patty Mahomes, you could see the lines on his helmet, you can see the lines on his uniform number, on his pants, the pad, you know, the thigh pads, and it's just, the etching just kicks ass, and that's just the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. But so I was showing that to a friend, And so, I paid fair market value for these. They weren't deals. They were deals in the general sense of, that's what they've been going for. But they weren't steals. But I do believe in this product, and being the first ever Topps Chrome Sapphire Soccer, which I think, soccer, what's wrong with you, Eric? I try not to be so narrow-minded. We've got the World Cup coming up, in 16 months. Probably, next summer, next July, I think. And I used to think that for Messi and Ronaldo, that next year's World Cup would be their last. But I don't think that anymore. It's still possible. I mean, Messi was born in 87, so he's going to be 35 next year. But then again, you look at Breeze and Brady. Brady's still going, at 44 this year. Yeah, 77. Yeah, 44 this year. And, Breeze was over 40. He just retired. I mean, these guys, especially these soccer guys, man, they just stay in shape. They just stay in shape. That's the bottom line. They just stay in shape. And they're not slouches. So would it shock me if Messi and Ronaldo played in the 2026 World Cup? No, it wouldn't. Would I be surprised if they didn't play? No, I wouldn't. Because it's a matter of how long do these guys want to play. These GOATs, these greatest athletes of their sport, when they get to that level, they're not playing for money. They have enough money. I think Messi makes like 200 pounds a year, 200 million pounds a year or something like that, which is, a lot. The pound is a lot more than the dollar. So that's something I just wanted you guys to the brain massage, to do some thinking about, if you're into the slab game, and how are you adjusting to the way things are now. The extra demand with everyone that's coming in, the flippers, the investors, whoever, collectors returning, it doesn't matter. The hobby is the hobby. The hobby will always be here. People will come and go. But, basically I'm trying to talk my mind into bidding more than I would actually not like to, but are used to doing, I guess, is the way to say it. And I hope that this has been a learning experience. I'm going to open that in a second. So if that's not something that interests you, I appreciate you tuning in for as long as you have. Nate had said, let's do some old school videos. I hope this is somewhat of an old school video, because I certainly am babbling enough. But Reggie, let's see what's in here, huh? I thank you in advance, as I did in the text message. You didn't have to send whatever it is, and I know whatever's in here is good, because Reggie's another guy, another friend of mine that is super, super focused. Like when I first met Reggie, he was collecting a player. Injuries took hold of this player, and he just sold everything. I'm pretty sure he just sold it all. I'm pretty sure he took a loss, but he's like, I can't spend my dollars on this guy if I don't 100% believe in him, and you gotta respect that. All right. To Eric from Reggie, and it's got blue pull tabs. So let's be careful and not drop everything on the floor. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we've got a note. We've got quite a note. All right. Very happy to read this note. Eric, honestly, I don't know. I didn't know you collected Ichiro until I saw your last YouTube video. Now that I know, I had to give you give you my favorite Ichiro action shot card. 2002 Fleer Ultra. I actually remember watching that catch on TV when it happened. I also threw in a mini Ichiro because who doesn't like mini cards? Always thanks for your friendship, Reggie. So let's take a look. He's got the blue tape. Oh wow. I don't think I've seen that one before. The Ultra he was talking about. And he's even got this man knows. He knows he's even got the pull tab on on the top loader. Wow, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen this one before. And he said he remembers when that catch happened. I mean, that's 2002 Fleer Ultra. So this is his 2002 second year. That's right, this is his second year Fleer Ultra. Big believer in second year cards. This is 2012, I think. I do have the Trout from this set, so. And of course there's a nice picture of Ichiro hitting, which never wrong by me, but this is the fact that Reggie remembers this catch. That's pretty incredible. You know, I do love my notes, so that goes right into the YouTube family album. And yeah, as far as the National goes, man, I hope it happens. I'm not ready to really talk about that right now. Alright, thank you for your time. It means a lot to me. Please remember to stay safe and be kind.